The time has come for me to tell you about a fascinating individual. Our families met in the 80s in a similar venue at an unnamed NAA function. We were either east or west of the Mississippi, north of Mexico, and south of Canada. Now that you know who you are, this has been the shortest induction speech in history.
But we want more.
Your plaque and pin are somewhere. Thanks.
We want more.
You want more?
We want more.
Does the president wants more? Does the National Auctioneers Association want more? Can I get an aha for more? I'm here to tell you about a wonderful friend. President George H.W. Bush wrote in his diary, "If you need me, I'm here." You have everything there is to know about someone with that line and a certain song lyric. I was 9 the last time I sang in public, and a duet with Sinatra wasn't in my future. If I started now, hundreds of you would stampede to the exits. So I'll just say the words that tell us who this person is. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Hall of Fame man. He talks faster than a speeding bullet. He moves more consignments than a powerful locomotive. He sells tall buildings at absolute auction. This strange visitor, not from another planet, can bend paper clips and crush soda cans with his bare hands. A mild-mannered NAA member, Hall of Fame man, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the auction way. He's teaching a seminar tomorrow on auction management techniques from the golden era. You will learn how to unroll fax machine thermal paper, how to use a rotary dial phone, and where in a slot box you file clerking tickets. You will hear pithy comments and many strange perspectives on life, like some of the random things he might say when exposed to kryptonite. I'd love to explain it to you, but I don't have any crayons. I got to see all the cool bands. And did you know elevators and highway rest area bathrooms play great music? When he came home from school, he had some milk and cookies and changed his clothes. His mom was tough. She took no prisoners. She said, go outside, do your chores, and then play, but don't come back until it's dark, you need stitches, or you broke something and the bone is sticking out. Upon returning safe and sound, he liked to ask what was for dinner. Once, when he was in the 2nd grade, he responded with a moaning noise. Not good. His mother very sternly said, go wash and dry your hands and face. Be sure you use soap, hot water, and a towel, not your shirt. And immediately returned to the kitchen. Then in a true smackdown voice, you're going to sit down, you're going to eat your food, and you're going to like it because I cooked it. His dad said learn to count fast. That was pretty easy as Hall of Fame man became a 2nd-generation auctioneer. He grew up in a rural area and knew he wanted to be an auctioneer as a kid. Actually, it's all he ever wanted to be. He's even a state bid-calling champion. After many tries by being 1st or 2nd runner-up, he finally won. It was through attrition, since Hall of Fame man was the only contestant that year. I can make fun of this guy, and since the light bulb hasn't gone off in his head yet, he's thinking, am I glad Steve isn't talking about me? His father liked auctions. After going to a number of them where the auctioneers were just bad or boring, yes, that can happen if you don't belong to NAA. Dad went to auction school. Upon returning home, he started a service-oriented company that made area auctions fun. Future Hall of Fame urchin was just 10. All his toys were green or yellow. They're in a line, I wonder why. He always worked in the family business. Then, at age 17, he went to auction school. Here he is with his parents. He knows now, but many of you are still in the dark. Keep guessing, I'll get you there soon. What a cutie. His responsibilities grew just as his knowledge and passion for our profession did. The family had a yard and a facility where they conducted monthly equipment auctions. In addition, they did industrial, secured party, bankruptcy, FF&E, municipal and business liquidation auctions. As soon as he graduated high school, he joined the family business full-time, never looked back, and he has been an auctioneer his entire life. His first fame to claim, that's not supposed to be there now, bummer. Could you hold that slide until I cue it up for you guys? Thank you. We worked together for 5 hours on Tuesday morning, not today, Tuesday. AV guys are absolute superb and wonderful. I could not do my benefit auctions without them, and I love them dearly, but things happen. His first claim to fame growing up was winning a state FFA championship in the Farm Power Division. That's a combination of driving and handling multiple types of machinery and implements. This guy really knows how to use a clutch and a three-point hitch. He met his high school sweetheart when they were showing sheep in the same ring at their county fair. When the auction rolled around, her sheep, who were much cuter and wore colorful ribbons and bows, hammered down at twice what his did. She became a school teacher, and they just celebrated their 45th wedding anniversary. He's smart enough to never laugh at his wife's choices. He is one of them. His wife says he never listens. At least that's what he thinks she said. His two children are third-generation auctioneers, and his grandchildren are next in line. Hall of Fame man's son is a contract auto auctioneer in the Southwest, and his daughter not only runs the business now, she has also served on the NEA board and was an EI trustee and chair. She changed the business model from traditional to online. As you might expect, her dad didn't go along with this concept easily. About 6 years ago, after an extremely successful traditional auction, the company that hired them needed to liquidate warehouse equipment on the East Coast. Referrals to local NA auctioneers were refused. They wanted Hall of Fame man, so a decision was made to conduct the auction online. Staff went to set up, tag, and photograph. One big buyer was a customer from California. When the buyer paid his bill, he asked, "Okay, dude, where in the yard are my items?" Mr. Successful Bidder was some surprise when told, "Dude, thanks for the money. Your lots are in New Jersey." With the internet, they no longer needed their facility, and it was sold at absolute auction. This was a wise decision when half the property was eventually taken by eminent domain to reconfigure the nearby interstate off-ramp. I wish all of us could do that one. Hall of Fame man is like many auctioneers who drive with a lead foot. So getting stopped for going a few teeny tiny miles above the limit shouldn't be a surprise. The very professional highway patrol officer took the papers and said he'd be right back. He returned without a ticket in hand. Really? It was strongly suggested, slow down. You're the auctioneer who got a heck of a lot of money for the equipment you sold for me. Now we're even. Have a nice day. He's been a California State Auctioneers Association leader for many years and serves his community through local nonprofits. He's an NAA Life member who loves Red Wing pottery. Hall of Fame man likes to eat and went to cooking school in Napa with his best friend, past AMI president. That's not this next slide. Thanks, guys. This keeps the family very happy, especially when he makes his special sauce or prepares Thanksgiving dinner. Here you can see him on a cross-country trip to visit Hack and Tommy Ayers a few years ago. Slide. Hey! Again, thanks, gentlemen, out back. As auctioneers, you'd think Ken and this guy would understand the concept of as is, where is in terms and conditions. That means don't go to someone else's auction and buy an outboard motor where the seller has epoxied a couple of spark plugs in place because the threads were stripped, and when you get back to the ranch, the two of you try to turn the thing over. It sort of blows up. Dudes, what were you thinking? Then there was the time he retrieved a consigned truck at a construction site off a rather steep and narrow road. He rediscovered the laws of gravity after brakes failed. It was Mr. Toad's ride, and he wasn't in Disneyland. He really wanted to see his family, the horses, and household pets again. I won't share the details, but some of his daughter's cats didn't live to old age, or they ran away from home and replacements were common. You might want to ask him what happened during the reception. Hall of Fame man made a difference for all of us, and he still continues to this day. It was an honor serving with him on the NEA board in the early 1990s. He was foundation president this past year. His wife is in the Auxiliary Hall of Fame. He and his family live and breathe our profession every day. He likes to say he doesn't know how to do anything else other than being an auctioneer. Well, now you're a Hall of Fame auctioneer too. Please watch the screen as we welcome, from Galt, California, Dave Huisman into the NAA Hall of Fame. Presented to David W. Huisman, CAI, Elk Grove, California, in recognition and appreciation of his outstanding contribution to the profession of auctioneering and the National Auctioneers Association as the 2019 Hall of Fame Award recipient.
Don't drop it.
Go for it.
Go for it, huh? Yeah, thank you, Steve. I didn't know who you're talking about. That guy sounds like you've done a lot of things that I don't remember. I just thought this was for the old guys, but then in my speech this morning, Hannah said something in there about the aged generation, or the aging generation. I go, I guess that's me. And so now I know how the guys feel when they got up here before, and you got auctioneers that can talk to anybody, anywhere, and they don't know what to say when they get up here. All you can say is thank you. The only one I knew that didn't have a problem with that was Chris Pratt. He got up here and give a big speech. He'll probably give a speech at his own funeral, I guess. But anyway, thank you very much. The auction business, like you said, has been my life. I love it. I love the NAA. Thank you.